everyone. Welcome to Willingness Wednesday. I am your coach, B.Von Squires, and today we are sponsored by Vibity Business Solutions, your one-stop shop for business and marketing solutions. Well, today I am so excited to be here. I am so excited to see you. I have a wonderful presentation prepared for you today. Now, if you are new, I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. You are welcome here. This is a safe place for you. And if you are returning, I want to say thank you so much because I couldn't do this work without you believing in me and trusting me as your coach. I am so honored and so privileged to be your coach. Okay, well, just like last week and the week before, we are talking about David Richo's 5 things we must accept. 5 things that we cannot change. And so in this series, because you know I love my series, in this series, we've been talking about 5 disturbing realizations that we must accept. We have to understand what our parameters are so we know how to move about in a way that's going to benefit us moving forward and not keep us stuck in some patterns that we may not want to be stuck in. I mean, who wants to be stuck in a pattern, right? Well, let me tell you, today we're talking about accepting the fact that there will be pain. Pain is inevitable in the human experience. And the sooner that we appreciate that, the sooner that we accept that, the better off we're going to be. The better off we're going to be because then we get to build a relationship with the pain. We get to understand that pain is transient, just like joy, just like happiness, just like those good high vibrational energies. They come and go, they come and go. Pain is the same way. And so the one thing that I do want you to understand is pain does not last always, although there will be pain. I know, it's not fair. And as a matter of fact, that was last week's topic. Life is just not fair. It just is not fair. And so that's one of the other things that we need to accept as we move along this life that we have been given to live. So with no further ado, I'm going to just kind of jump on in and give you some ideas of the things that you need to accept when it comes to pain in your life, okay? One of the things I want you to know is that you need to accept the impermanence, right? The impermanence of life. We just talked about that, actually. The coming and going of all the wonderful feelings, the good and the bad and the ugly. Now, by accepting that pain is part of the human experience, we get an opportunity to build resilience. We get an opportunity to walk through the pain, feel our feelings, and then once the pain subsides and releases and moves on, then we can feel good about ourselves and the way that we were able to handle that painful situation. Now, the next thing I want you to understand is that suffering, when you talk about suffering and pain in the same sentence, I want to let you know first that pain and suffering are not synonymous. Although there will be pain, suffering is optional. Suffering is optional because it's the resistance to the painful situation that causes us the suffering. And as we are resisting, we are actually prolonging the situation, believe it or not. A lot of times when painful situations come about, we don't want to believe it. We are in denial about the situation and unable to accept the reality of what has happened or what we're going through. And so because we cannot accept what is going on in our lives, we're not in a position to move through the situation. So now we are stuck right there in that suffering because we will not let go and turn towards a new direction. We continue to move in that same direction where the pain is, and now it's becoming suffering because we will not detach, pivot, and move in another direction. So I'm trying to tell you today that is so important to understand. Even though there is going to be painful situations, the sooner you are able to recognize the situation, accept the situation for what it is, and allow it to just pass, because it always will unless we're holding on to it. We hold the pain there. We hold the suffering there. But when we are able to detach from it and allow it to move by, it will do that naturally, because pain in everything else is transient. It's going to move along when we are able to allow it. Now, the next one that we're going to talk about is loss. Now, of course, we all have experienced loss in our lives. Loss of jobs, loss of relationships, loss of loved ones, right? So what I want you to help you understand here is that even though we're going through these losses, the thing that I need you to understand is that they were there for the time that they were supposed to be in your life. The situations, the relationships, the jobs, the people, all of that was in your life for the time that it was meant to be. Now, just like everything passes by, these things pass by too, because we already know that nothing lasts forever. That's one of the other disturbing realizations that we must accept. Nothing lasts forever. But by understanding that there's going to be loss and that there's going to be pain and that the suffering depends on our ability to let go and detach, accepting the pain as part of our natural life will help us understand that we are not being picked on by the universe, that God has not forsaken us, and that everything is going to be just fine, okay? And so I want to let you know that if you are experiencing loss and you're having a hard time with it, I am here for you. I am here to talk to you. I'm here to comfort you. All you have to do is just call me. You can reach me at 317-828-3642, or you can reach me by email at b.vonsquires@gmail.com. I'm your coach after all, and I'm here for you. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Change. Ooh-wee, this is a good one. When we talk about change in our lives, nobody really likes change unless it's changing the bad things in our lives. We want the good things to stay the same. But just like we know, nothing stays the same. Everything is meant to change in our lives. And so when we are able to accept that things change, just like the seasons, winter, spring, summer, fall, they're all changing and they're all evolving and they all have a place and a purpose in life, just like everything in our lives. See, life, listen to this, life is always in a constant flux. Nothing is ever stagnant in life. And so we need to understand that we have to be in flux as well. We have to be moving. Our momentum has to be flowing. We have to be going from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. Otherwise, we're going to decay in some fashion or form. We are not going to be well. Now, I know that we have to keep our minds engaged. We have to keep ourselves engaged with life. Otherwise, we are going to just be stagnant. We're not going to learn anything. We're not going to make any new connections. Our neuroplasticity, there's another show. Our neuroplasticity is going to be reduced, and we're not going to be able to make those new connections that we need. And so I want you to help you understand is that your brain health is important, and changing things is good for your brain. It's good for your mind. It's good for your body. It's just overall good. Because if it wasn't, then things wouldn't be changing around us in the natural world. We are meant to change and evolve just like plants and trees and animals in the animal kingdom. We are no different than what's going on around us. But because we have choice, because we have a will, we get to stop things, so we think. We're not stopping anything. It's only stopping for us. It's only stopping in our mind. For everyone else, things are continuing to move. Life is continuing to move. Time is continuing to move. So the sooner we are able to understand and accept these disturbing realizations, the better off we are going to be. The better off our human experience is going to be, and the better off our lives are going to be. All right, guys, I hope I gave you something today that's going to help you understand how important it is to accept the things that you cannot change. We spend so much of our times trying to change things that need to be accepted and then trying to accept things that need to be changed. Well, if you have any confusion about any of that, I'm telling you, I'm here to help you understand those parameters so that you don't waste your time like I did. I wasted so much of my time bumping my head against a wall that wasn't going to move. It wasn't until I realized or came to the understanding that it's me that needs to move. It's me that needs to shift. It's me that needs to be able to move through the situations, because the situations themselves are going to change and they might not change, but it is 90% of the way that I handle it. 90% of it is the way that I respond to the situation, not the situation itself. So I'm here to help you understand that you have everything that you need. You are equipped and prepared to move through this day and allow things that need to be changed, and allow things that need to be accepted to be accepted. All right, guys, I thank you so much for allowing me to be your coach. Thank you for being here with me today, and I'm going to look forward to seeing you next week. Now, I need to tell you, next week starts a new month, and I have something so juicy and so wonderful to talk to you about next month. It's called AI. I know you've heard of it. Everyone's heard of AI, and I want to talk to you about this AI thing I know of, and you are going to be so impressed. You are going to be blown away like I was, and I can't wait to get back to you next week and tell you all about it. I'm going to have some friends with me too. How about that? Okay, guys, that's it for me. I'm going to let you get back to your day. I love you and I believe in you. And until next time, I'm going to be praying for you. I'm going to ask God to bless you real good. And if there's anything that you are manifesting, don't give up. Keep the faith. Keep moving towards that thing that you are manifesting, because it's on its way to you. The things that you want you back. The things that you are calling into your life want to be in your life. They belong in your life. So don't you give up the faith. And if you're having any kind of situation or resistance that you're feeling, give me a call so we can talk about it, because I want those lines open for you so that there's a direct line between you and what you're manifesting for, okay? I'm telling you guys, it all works and it's all connected. Your energy is everything. So let me know if I can help you. Again, it's 317-828-3642 or B.Von SQUIRES @gmail.com. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Love you.